Bah, hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Delusional Daydreams podcast. I am your host, Ari Lou. Right now, just getting set up for today's podcast. My sensory overload is driving me absolutely bonkers. And it just made me think for a second, like when I was growing up, I used to be so envious of the girls that would wear their hair down every day. And that would take like an hour to straighten it every single day. And I struggle, even as an adult, wearing my hair down because the sensory overload, just having something constantly touching my neck and then getting up in my face. And then there's cords. Like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, no, not into it. But I was feeling my hair today and I wanted to show it off. So I'm going to try and get through my issues right now with external stimulation and try to stay focused on the brainular, on the inner world, on the mental. So yes, hello and welcome to the madness. I'm also filming this a day late today because I really did give myself a break yesterday. For the first, oh my God, see, there's hair fucking everywhere. What is going on? Oh, I'm about to sneeze too. Oh, I feel it coming on. If you can't tell, I'm still a little bit congested. Oh my God, that sneeze. It's that nose tingle. It's right there. Okay. But I have been sick this past week. And so this week has just truly been a drag. Every single day, I literally feel like I'm dragging ass, like I'm just moving through the motions, checking off things on my to-do list because I want to show up for myself and I don't want to create stress and anxiety and overwhelm for later because I procrastinated and put things off. I wanted to stay on top of everything. I wanted to keep moving my body. I wanted to show up for my priorities because that's what I was envisioning. When I say I show up for myself, I'm showing up for my priorities, I'm showing up for my dreams, my goals, and I'm showing up for me. And what does self-love look like? What does self-care look like in each and every moment? So this week I feel like with being sick and having a lot on my plate, a lot on my to-do list, a lot to keep up with, it's really kind of pushed this question straight into my face. Like, what does it mean to show up for myself? What does self-love for me really look like? What does self-care for me really look like? And in the beginning of the week, really almost all week, I mean, today is Friday for me, but really all week, I've been going ham and not feeling energetically good, but just pushing through. And what I realized yesterday, because Thursdays are usually the day I'll film my podcast and do everything for this. But yesterday I took an 1.5-hour nap instead. My body was screaming at me when we came back from our long ass dog walk. I was so dead. My body hurt, my head hurt, and all I wanted to do was close my eyes. Like, I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to scroll. I don't want to eat. Like, I just need to fucking be in bed. Oh my God. And so a 20-minute nap turned into an 1.5-hour nap per usual. And instead of getting upset at myself and instead of starting to stress about, fuck, like now I'm an 1.5 hours behind. I don't think I'm going to get all this done. Like I still have so much on my to-do list. Instead of like freaking out and stressing about that yesterday, I just kind of released. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go thing by thing. And if I don't get it all done, there's another day. It's okay. It's okay to not finish everything all the time. And if anything, I need to stop and give myself a pat on the back for prioritizing in that moment my self-love and my self-care and what I needed for myself in that moment. yeah, so now it's Friday, and there I've had the window open to our balcony all day long because it's a little bit warm outside, but it's not hot enough to turn the AC on. So I've had the door open so Bandit can go outside as well. And these fucking flies, man, they will not leave me alone. It's like they have this entire freaking house to go anywhere they want. And they decide to be in the same room as me. But earlier, these two flies just wouldn't stop landing on me. I'm like, bro, you have a whole house. Why? And I know they like to eat the oils off our skin, so it's like I understand why. But it's, bro, dude, eat anything else. Anyways, that was a tangent. I still feel a little bit like loopy brain aloofy, since I have been kind of sick all week and energetically just struggling. So pardon me for, I just feel like I'm bouncing everywhere. That's okay. We're all human. It's not meant to be perfect. This is a conversation. Duality, ebb and flow. Not a perfect line going straight up a mountain. That's not life. That's a robot. That's a computer. Anyways, being forced to really ask myself the question, what it means to show up for myself, what it means to have self-love and self-care for myself. I realized through the week, as I was showing up for myself in a way that I thought was truly showing up for myself, and that means only focusing on the to-do lists and what I have written down and getting projects done and keeping up on everything external to make sure that that doesn't go out of whack. By doing that, I really started to feel burnt out by Thursday. Like I said, then I just hit a wall. I needed to take a nap. And I realized going into today, I've actually taken my day a lot slower, in the sense that I haven't just been going through my to-do lists and all the things I need to get done, what I would consider work-wise, but I've actually been prioritizing my self-love and my self-care. For example, usually, and what I've been doing this for, oh my God, months now. I've been doing fasting almost every single day. Or maybe it's called intermittent fasting. I don't know what, just fasting. I call it fasting, or just not eating as much. Just because lately my body has not been viewing food the same. I haven't had the same cravings for food. It's not as satisfying. I don't know. I'm going through a really weird transitional relationship with food right now. But for the past few months, I've been fasting almost every single morning. I usually don't break my fast until maybe between like noon and 3. And it's usually like I won't even sit down and have a full meal, because if I sit down and have like a full meal, like, or even like a full sandwich, it actually makes me more tired than if I just didn't eat at all. But for the last couple of months, I've been really on this epic schedule for myself where I'm just eating later in the day. I'm eating smaller meals, and my big meal is my dinner, and that's awesome, and it works for my body. I'm not going to suggest you do it because I'm not a nutritionist. I don't know what's good for you. Everybody's body is different. I'm just tuning in intuitively to what feels good for me. But today, that did not feel good for me. And usually when I wake up, I'm pretty hungry, especially when I drink coffee in the morning, especially if I have a little smoky smoke in the morning. I usually get that morning rumble. But if I go through my morning routine and I'm like, okay, like maybe I'll eat breakfast after I get ready, after I pick up the house a little bit, and that's usually maybe an hour and a half altogether. But even in just that hour and a half, it's like the hunger pains go away. And I'm like, fuck yeah, like I don't even think about the food once I'm ready. And then it's like, oh yeah, first sunlight of the day, let's go walk it out. So then, yeah, I'm just moving through my day without eating. But today, holy snippets, I went through my whole morning routine. It was probably like 11, No, it was fucking noon. What am I talking about? This is literally noon o'clock. So I guess this is normally when I would break fast, but I have been stressing all morning about, okay, don't forget to sit down and podcast today. And not even don't forget, just don't procrastinate. Realize that that is one of the priorities and goals for today. So do not save that till the last thing on my to-do list, integrate it somewhere in the middle. So I really gave myself the time this morning to focus on me and being a dog mom and going on walks and taking care of myself and just doing all my little things. But once I was getting through that list, and it would normally be my time to start getting some work done, aka next thing on my list was sitting down and filming this. Heck yeah. But instead of just sitting down right after I got my morning to-do list done to get this done right away so that I knew I could check it off the list and I could relieve that stress and I could relieve that anxiety, I was like, you know what? I know that I am fucking starving right now. And if I try to sit down, set everything up, and film something how I'm feeling right now, feeling this hunger, just wanting to get through this, just absolutely dreading doing this. Like, I just want to get through so then I can eat. That defeats the purpose of me doing this in the first place. And for me to truly show up in that moment and to make the best of not only taking care of myself, but getting my projects done, it's like, okay, if I eat first instead, and I didn't just eat a little snack, because usually I eat little bird snacks. Like, I really don't eat too much during the day. I get tired if I eat too much. But today, I cooked up some tofu, and it was so good. And it was definitely more than I would have usually eaten, but I felt like my body needed it. It was just kind of like screaming for this. And, oh, there's that. Yeah, that was the tofu. But I was like, you know what? I never do this. It's a Friday. I got so much done this week. I am going to take care of myself in this moment. Cook some fucking food. Sit down and enjoy it and eat it and nourish my body and energize myself so that when I sit down to do this podcast, because I definitely had time in the day to do both and still have extra time after this to get so much more of my list done. So I was like, you know what? Like, I'm going to enjoy and savor this moment and realize I'm taking care of myself. And now that I'm sitting here doing this, I actually feel so much better and I feel so much more invested in this moment here with you. So yeah, just really forcing me to analyze, and not even analyze, but more like have an awareness of the things that I do within my day that either energize me or drain me. And that being in all aspects of my morning routine, because some things truly do feel like they drain me, because I do have a huge list of things throughout the week that I split up between days when it comes to like self-care and body movement, stretching, all breath work, meditation, all this stuff. So sometimes it can be overwhelming to try to cycle between all those different things that make me feel so centered and grounded. But this week I've really been forced to stop and think, okay, the things that I do throughout my day, like, are they bringing me energy or are they draining? And if I truly all week have just been feeling drag ass and draining, like, how can I fix that and not necessarily stop doing things on my to-do list, but like before I would start my to-do list, is there something I can implement into my routine that brings me energy? And it can be something so simple as like, there's a certain playlist that every time you listen to this music, it fucking lights you up. Or maybe it's going outside and moving your body, going on a walk, getting some sunlight, and not doing anything crazy that makes you feel exhausted by the end of it, but just something to get the juices flowing, doing a little bit of stretching, painting, writing music, crafting, whatever it is. It's been having me kind of look through my day and take note of all the things that truly do give me energy versus drain me. And today was all about kind of implementing that. Like, I love going outside on my morning dog walks, but honestly, going on our super long one for the past 2.5 weeks straight, my body's a little bit tired. So, and I've been sick. So going on a shorter dog walk, going to a place that has really epic grass area, the rivers flowing through, you can kind of just, you walk there, get the juices flowing, and then you can sit in the sun, you can listen to the river, and then you can walk back, and it's not near as long. I felt energized by the end of it. Doing those little things, those little tweaks, or having that list in my pocket so that when I do start to get tired through the day, what can I do for like 10-20 minutes? It's going to amp me up. What playlist can I listen to? What dance can I jiggle out? There's so many different things. And this is something that I wish I would have known earlier, because my entire life I have struggled with depression and really, god damn, my throat is like, stop talking, Ari. And honestly, I'm already almost at 20 minutes. It's crazy. This is leading me into a new discussion. Oh, and I want to keep talking about it now, but my throat is having a fucking heyday right now. And you guys do not deserve to hear the crackliness. I forgot. This is the 10th episode. What? That is so exciting. 10 episodes might not seem like a big number to you, but to me, that is huge. That is 10 episodes of consistent action, showing up for myself, showing up for my dreams, for my desires, my futures, my goals, all of that good stuff. It's cool that humans can connect on such a deep level just through vibrations created in our vocal cords. Whoa. That is just absolutely fascinating. So I appreciate you being here. I'm so excited to connect with you. So until next time, Ari Lou signing out. Peace punch, Captain Crunches. Stay well, stay hydrated, stay active, and rest. That was kind of an oxymoron. I'm sorry. I don't even know if I'm going to add that. Anyways,